So I'm fine. I just want to appreciate those subscribers who are subscribed to my channel. I don't take it for granted personally. I'm so grateful for that, and may God bless you for that. So today we are going to learn some spiritual lesson that we can learn from the story of Joseph. Now, this man was born in a family of 10 brothers. And to cut the story short, he had dreams that made his brothers and also his father to dislike him. So, and that's where we can learn about God, God plans or God dreams can make others uncomfortable for you. And this we can see it in Genesis 37:8, where he was telling his brothers about the dream, how he has dreamed about they will bow down for him, they will bow down on the ground for him. And they were just like, what? You mean you? You know there are some people, like you can tell them like, one day I'm seeing myself becoming a billionaire in business, and they're like, you? Even you don't know what you're saying. But do you know what? We serve a God who can use anyone. You don't have to be qualified to be something. When God qualifies you, when the favor of God is upon you, you can do higher things and things that they will make people surprise and wonder, this guy, how did it come? You see, we serve a God who can choose anybody, despite how you are, despite where you have lived to your education, the levels of your education does not matter in callings of God. It does not matter. God, like those people who are available for him. Availability. God looks and likes the availability. If you are available for God, he'll actually use you and you become a better person, and people they start wondering, hey, how did it go? You see? So to go on, and he told the plans, the dream, and they disliked him, and they were not liking the dream. They were not comfortable for him. That is another lesson we can learn. Some people cannot be happy of what you are telling them, or what you can become. It's not all people will be happy. It's not all people will be happy. What you need to do is to stand still. You know what God has done for you. Stand still and wait for God. Another lesson that we can learn: nothing can stop God's plans. Nothing. Like in this story of Joseph, when Joseph told the dreams that he had to his brothers and also to his parents, the brothers were like, this guy, we must do something. And also that's why we see they even sold him to become the slave in Egypt. You see, they were trying to cut short the plans that God has for Joseph. But do you know what? God is not human being. God is not human being. Whatever God has planned for your life, it have to come. It have to happen. You are created to be great. You will actually be great in Jesus' name. Nothing will cut your dream short. Nothing. It must be happening. And that's also where I can bring this point of praying. Pray for your dream. You know, the enemy when you become just pray, you don't read the word, the enemy comes in your life and cut your dream short, and you began to pass some things. And when you began to realize what God has given in your life and you start praying, it start being activated. Okay, so that is the lesson that we can learn, that nothing can stop God plans upon your life. So another thing that we can learn about Joseph is that always listen to this, like always watch for how God will show up. Imagine God will always show up in your life. Like Joseph had, when he was told to be a slave in Egypt, he interpreted the dream. Okay, he was able to interpret the dream, and that's where God showed him that he was with him. Okay, God always has your back. He will always show up for you. Okay, so that is another thing that we can learn. Another thing is intelligent and obedient. Always beat lies, Matthew. Intelligent and obedient. Always beat lies. Like when when he was sold in Egypt to be a slave, the Potiphar wanted to sleep with Joseph. Like he liked Joseph, so he wanted to sleep with him. But this guy called Joseph had that intelligence, like this sleeping with the wife of somebody is a sin. He acknowledged that. He was aware of that. So he was intelligent in terms of how to do things. And imagine, actually, he didn't sleep with her. Joseph was so obedient. It's like he knew what was inside him. Another thing, and the last one, God will test you even if you are called. God will test you. God will test you even if you are called. Imagine, like Joseph was called, but before he reached where he was meant to be, he passed a lot of things, like his brothers becoming jealous of him. They didn't trust him. They didn't like him after the dream. After he told them about the dream, he passed a lot. Even being sold as a slave in the land of Egypt, he passed a lot through that. So God will test you, and this is a process. Imagine you have to pass the process. You have to pass the process for you to reach where you are destined to reach. Okay, and also we can see Joseph, finally, to cut the long short, became the prime minister in a foreign land. Okay, and okay, before he became the prime minister. Sorry, he became the prime minister in a foreign land. And imagine, there was a drought in where Joseph was born, and these people, the family now of Joseph, the brothers, the Benjamin and the others, they were to come to Egypt to collect food. And do you know who they met? Who was in charge? His brother. His brother. They did not even notice him. They did not. So God can rebrand you, reintroduce you, package you. Our God is awesome. And then He introduces you again to those people who said you cannot make it in life. And He will introduce you again to those people who said all is done. without them knowing that when people put a full stop in your life, God began a new sentence for you. He always began a new sentence. And always the sentence when you are beginning a sentence is always began with a capital letter. That means what? You always, when God starts working in your life, you'll always have bigger things. God, I am praying that this year of 2022, it will not end. God will repackage you, rebrand you, and reintroduce you again to those people who said you cannot make it. So, okay, let's also I can put another lesson we can learn is be still. Don't rush to pain. Be still. God plan will always happen. No matter what you pass through, God plan what He has planned to your life. And also He tells us He has good plans for us. In Jeremiah, He always tells us that He has good plans for us. Plans of good things, not for evil. So let's trust Him. Let's walk with our God. Never become tired. Just worship Him. Be obedient. Be intelligent. And also, always know that God does not forsake His children. He is always with them. Even if you are passing through the fire, He is always there for you and He will protect you. So thanks so much, guys. I think you have learned something there from the story of Joseph. Please go there down there and tell me what next do you want us to discuss, and I will actually come with it and we discuss. So thanks so much, guys, and may God bless the work of your heart.